Besides the boring things like looking for a job, I started playing open mics. And I eventually, during the midsummer, I was playing 2 to 3 open mics a week. I was just hitting that scene hard. And it was just really, it was good to, it's really good to get yourself out there because it teaches you not to like get on stage and be like, hi, I'm Columbia Jones and I'm really cool and this song is about this girl and one time she dumped me. One thing the local musician taught me that really has been effective for me is letting the music speak for yourself. Not getting up there and like telling a story of what the song's about because generally no one really cares, usually. Not telling some joke. Just let the music speak for yourself. You know, get up there, don't say anything, you know, my name's Columbia Jones, this song is called Agree to Disagree, and then play the song. And if people like it, they're gonna like it. It's not gonna matter what you say about yourself and how cool you are and if you look amazing. If you play a dang good song and sing a dang good tune, then people are gonna think it's a dang good person. When I hit the music scene hard, playing open mics and things like that, I was really nervous, really self-conscious. I felt like, I always feel like this in life where if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it hard, I'm gonna make it happen. And I'm not gonna like get up there and just make a fool of myself. And so anytime I made the smallest mistake, I really got on my case about it. Even if it was like missing a chord or something like that, I just got really angry at myself. I also was super nervous for performances. But after a while, I got to the point where I knew that mistakes were common and people didn't even notice when I made a mistake usually, as long as I didn't make a weird face or anything like that. And I was able to get over my fear of performing in front of people. I've always wanted to street perform. I thought it'd be really cool. And when I first moved here and it was driving me crazy that I couldn't play drums, I came up with this crazy idea that everybody I knew was like, that's a dumb idea. But I was like, whatever. I went to the park one day and I set up my drum kit and I started playing drums. People would stop and they'd be like, what are you doing? I'd be like, oh, I'm playing drums, it's a beautiful day. And they'd be like, you're really, really good. I'd be like, oh, thanks. I was in the Murray City Park, going to town, playing probably something really metal, I can't remember. And this lady comes over to me like awkwardly in the middle of a song while I'm playing. I'm like, it's like, I don't know where to put this. And she gives me $1. And I was like, oh, thanks. That's kind of weird. Wait a second. And that's when I had the idea to play drums on the street. This is the kind of parking spot. Dream. You meet a lot of really interesting people street performing, especially on drums. I don't know why, but everyone likes to talk to you when you're playing drums. I mean, it's cool, like, you know, when like moms are like, oh, you're really good at drums, and their kids like, that's so cool, you know, because kids like drums, I guess they look cool, you know. But like when like homeless people and like super weird people with like no teeth come up and talk to you and you're like, what are you talking to me about? This is weird. Congratulations, you played drums for 4 months. Okay. A really good way to network yourself, especially in the 21st century, is YouTube videos, because it's free and it's easy to do. You see so many people like posting YouTube videos of them playing covers of really famous songs and things like that. And so I'm fortunate enough to have a connection with audio and video, and so the two of us can go to a show, we can plug into my amp, and we can make a really fantastic video. And the great thing about that is that there's so many good things about it. But if you have high quality videos up, then somebody can hear you once. They can see you on the street or something like that, and they can be like, oh, he was pretty cool, Columbia Jones, I'll look him up someday. And they'll type in Columbia Jones on YouTube, and these videos will pop up, and they'll listen and be like, oh, these are really good. Shoot, these are way good. And that helps you just get your foot in the door with them, as opposed to bands I've checked out, I'll YouTube them, and I can't find anything. And so then it's just, they kind of just fall off the radar. Well, is it wrong to love? When creating videos, I try to make sure they're high quality, the sound is high quality, and then it just looks good, you know what I mean? I did some videos before with like a cheap camera on this lame setup, and it was super boring. And you know, you like to say, if you sound good, then it doesn't matter what kind of equipment you have, you're gonna sound great and people are gonna like you. If your stuff looks like crap, if it sounds weird, if it's clipping, if it sounds like you're in the bathroom, like, a minute in, people are like, this is boring, I'm getting distracted by these other random things. But if the video looks good, and if the performance is solid, then they're gonna like it a lot more, they're gonna listen to it more. So I've got the unfortunate circumstance where I moved out to a place where I don't have any friends. I have friends now, but I didn't have any friends. And so most bands, when they start off, they're like, hey guys, I'm in a band, do you want to come see me? And so I'm kind of at this really awkward limbo stage where I don't really have very many fans. And so the best thing to do, and what actually pays the best, is to play restaurants. As you work, don't give up. So while I'm not getting paid tonight, I'm still going down. There's gonna be a lot of really cool people. It seems like one of those places that a lot of people, the kind of demographic I'd be looking for that would like my music, you know? And so that's why I'm going down to Provo tonight, to just play music, have a good time, get free dinner, and maybe make a couple of tips. I can reach you just like I did that last night. Playing the restaurant scene is really different. It's I just have to play covers. If I play anything other than covers, then people just don't really get it. There's other places though, like the Awful Waffle, where they have like a stage set up. It's a big place, and I can really interact with the crowd, and I can premiere. If I wanted to premiere a new song, I could be like, this is a new song, and people would listen, and I can play things like that. And it's more like a show. I just wanna get straight all the facts. Cause I hate that you turned your back. Cause every time I miss the sound of your voice, every time, catch myself missing you. And every time, my body aches to be by your side. It wasn't a very good show. I don't know. The crowd wasn't really into it. Once loved you. Loved you. I tried during about halfway through, I tried to start playing tunes that like people would like and stuff that was popular and things like that, and that maybe they'd get into it or something like that. It didn't really work, and I started getting worse. So I kind of came to the conclusion that I'm just gonna play what I want to play, and that's it. And that's what I did. And then it actually worked out really good. I started being a lot better. People started listening a little more, and I had a lot more fun. Find someone new like you did on our last night. 'Cause every time I miss the sound of your voice, and every time I catch myself missing you. And every time my body aches to be by your side. I realize that I once loved you. Loved you as you were. Please. Now we got straight all the facts. Don't you ever again turn your back. As I've learned as a musician, you got to get rejection. It's part of the business. You can play the most fantastic song. You can be a guitar. You can be like, I mean, seriously, if Bob Dylan wasn't so famous, he could totally go to an open mic and he could play a night, and someone could be like, I didn't really like what you played. Even if it was like one of his best songs ever, if they hadn't heard it, they might be like, not impressed. You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna be that way. You know what I mean? There's certain bands that I don't like.